Hey guys, how you doing? It's Mr. Fuzzy Lego. Welcome back to our custom Lego minifigure video. Today I have Conker the Squirrel from Conker's Bad Fur Day. I've always really loved this game, to be honest, and I just recently got the opportunity to play it on Rare Replay, and I just fell in love with it even more. And the reason why I loved it in the first place was because it looks so cute, and I think everyone feels the same way, but it's just so vulgar and inappropriate and violent, and it's just so funny most of the time that it almost is a charming kind of game just because of how it is. So it's just super unique, and I really love it. So yeah, I wasn't originally going to make this figure until I got the chance to play it, and just recently completing it, I thought I might as well go ahead and make Conker the Squirrel for the second time, because I made one a few years ago, but it wasn't really great. So yeah, I'm also doing the same thing to make figures based on another passion project based on something else. I'm currently working on some stuff for that. But in the meantime, here's Conker the Squirrel, and I'm really excited for this figure. I can't wait to show you, and it's the first time that I was actually excited to make a minifigure in like a few months. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So here's my custom Lego Conker the Squirrel, and I think he turned out really well, except for one exception, that the head sculpt doesn't look as great as I was hoping. Originally I had a different one in the works, and then as soon as I was trying to make the eyes, I messed them up, and then I had to remake the head. And although I think this head is okay, and it certainly looks like Conker, I think that the mouth could be a bit better, because it doesn't really look that way, in my opinion. I'm sure it looks fine to most people, but I know the original head sculpt I had was much better, and there's something on that arm, I don't know what that is, and also there, interesting. But yeah, this is the first time that I had to really make a figure with a paintbrush that I was not happy with, and I think the result is okay. I had to do a lot more thicker lines, and then I had to go over those lines in the colors. Like, for instance, back here you can kind of see originally that was in a darker blue, that line down there, and then I just kind of filled it on with the light blue to make it thinner. So I've been having to do that recently, and it's kind of frustrating, but it makes the figure look better, I think. And then the zipper here is all painted, looks nice, and he has the different strings down there, all in a light blue color. I forgot what the actual color is. I believe it's pool blue. And the orange is like a orange harvest or something like that. I use apple barrel paints in case anyone's really wondering. And the blue is kazoo blue, actually. Like on the dark, that's kazoo blue, so I thought that was funny. I'm also going to be using that blue to paint Kazoo's backpack, or Banjo-Kazooie's backpack, so funny like kazoo blue, and then that's the backpack color. The eyes, I think, came out really well this time. I'm going to zoom in to show you. They're much cleaner. I mean, I'm saying all these things comparing it to the one I made a few years ago, which is just really bad, so I'll show a picture right here if you really want to see. It wasn't the greatest, but then again, that was like 2 or 3 years ago, so improvement is inevitable, to be honest. But yeah, this figure turned out really nice. I'm really happy with the way it turned out, and yeah, there's the tail, in case in case I forgot to show you, there is the tail back there. So I did make a few accessories for Conker, basic stuff that I think is kind of cool. So I'm going to go ahead and show you these accessories, moving the figure out of the way. So the first accessory is something that you would collect in the game pretty often, is a money. So this is just used, this is used basically a Lego money piece, and then the strap is actually electrical tape in red, which I think was really great because you can still see that the money like underneath it, and it looks so good. I also sanded down the sides of the money so that it was a bit thinner. You can kind of see, you can see on the back there, and the eyes are sculpted and painted to look like the game, and I think they came out really great. So there is the money. There's also, trying to think what I want to show next. This isn't necessarily an accessory, but it's here. It's a little cup, a glass, Conker to drink milk or wine or beer out of. Who knows? The next accessory is his chainsaw that I made. It's using a Lego chainsaw piece and painted, and then glued onto whatever these like pieces are with the handle. So that was how that was done. Yeah. So here's Conker's chainsaw, and then the blade itself is like a gunmetal gray or something. So there's the chainsaw. The next accessory, which I can't remember where this came from. Here's like the weapon. It's a shotgun that he uses in like the Spooky chapter, and sometimes it's used in It's War. So I forgot what this gun actually is or where I got it from, but I just found it, and then I painted it in gunmetal so that it looked like the gun that Conker would use. And the last accessory I have to show you is, moving all these figures out of the way, it's really not the greatest thing in the world, is a chocolate bar. So this is made using a 2x3 there, and then every single one of the little chocolate bits is, it's a 1x1 in brown, so it just comes apart like this, and then there's a little chocolate piece down there for Conker to eat. The chocolate is basically the health refillment in the game, so that's that, and that's really about it. The only other accessory I would have given him is his black frying pan, but for some reason, I seem to have lost that piece, so I have no idea what happened to it, but it's gone. So these are the accessories that I made for Conker, and I think they came out pretty cool. So that's really it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. That about wraps up this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching if you did, and make sure you leave a like and comment down below if you enjoyed this figure, and I'm going to go ahead and sign this video off now, so I'll see you next time. Goodbye.